nobody, I still remember, and you may correct me if I'm wrong, do you remember that the government has really clarified in the past that the people whose names are not there in the SIR list, they will be deprived of the government welfare schemes? Was this clarified by Amit Shah? Was this clarified by the government? Were they told immediately that, look, if you're not there as part of the SIR list, you will be deprived of all the government schemes?
Not directly, but indirectly, because they kept saying that no Bangladeshi should receive this benefit. So if you're saying that, basically you're saying that your name deleted from a voters list means that the Election Commission hasn't verified you as a citizen. So you're a Bangladeshi. Now this is like taking something which is vague and turning it into a certainty. How do you do it? How can you lawfully do it?
Do you think that this would be challenged now or can be challenged? How is the opposition going to take up this issue? Because it's not something which is so ordinary. 30 lakh people, if they are going to be deprived of the schemes from which they were benefiting, and just because there is a government change and they link everything to the SIR, how can this be?
This is only limited to women, huh?
To women, yes.
Yeah, the other, and you're right, it could well be much beyond this. Why? Because a lot of the government schemes are in the name, the head of the household is the woman.
No, so because there is a, Shikha, if you realize, there is a reason for the government to think on this line. There's so much of financial crunch. There is so much of pressure on the financial, the coffers of the government. So they might as well start weeding out people, and why to give all the benefits, irrespective of the fact whether they announced, whether they are betraying the people or not. But then they have to really pull up their socks as far as the coffers are concerned.
Well, they should have thought about that before announcing that the Lakshmi Bhandar would be doubled to 3,000 rupees. And that unemployed youth who Mamata Banerjee had said would get 1,500 rupees, they should have thought before hiking it up to 3,000 rupees. They should have said that we will do what we have done in Delhi, which is make a promise and not deliver on it. You were talking about Maharashtra, where the list of beneficiaries has been sort of shaved off. I'm not even talking about Maharashtra. I'm talking about Delhi. In Delhi, women were promised 2,500 rupees a month. And then what happened? Not one penny has anybody got. I checked this time I was in Delhi and I was told, sorry, but...
Yes, that's true. The women in Delhi have not got money. In Maharashtra, all the ineligibility was worked around. And I'm just wondering that can't the people see this and they will still get allured by what BJP says? I mean, how is the opposition going to take up this issue? It's an important issue. Can this be challenged in the court?
It is important. How the opposition takes it up is a mystery to me, because if I was hearing things like this 10 days in advance, what was the opposition doing? Especially what was the Trinamool doing? These are its flagship schemes. They're the first of their kind in India. They have a reason to defend it. Instead of which they're squabbling about and writing complaints against each other to Om Birla and Parliament.
Absolutely.
So there is the opposition to the BJP is in total disarray. Mamata Banerjee is not taking control of the situation. This is her flagship scheme. She needs to take control of the situation. She's not on the ground. And today...
What is the reason? Because this is such an important thing. It affects the citizens, 30 lakh voters whose names are not there in the SIR list. Mamata Banerjee keeping quiet, opposition not doing anything is one can't stomach this reality. And why is there this eerie silence on the part of the opposition? Are they scared? Or do they feel that if they speak aloud or take up this issue, come on the streets, they might be jailed? Because everyone knows how Shubhendu Adhikari is. So what are they fearing in your,
okay, let me put it this way. It is for the Trinamool Congress to hit the streets on this. They have to do it, and take responsibility for what their scheme was. That scheme was an important scheme. And let me also say they should take responsibility for the fact that more women who were beneficiaries of the scheme voted for them even in this 2026 election after 40 lakh, after 35 odd lakh names were cut out. And therefore they have a responsibility to their voters. Why are they not taking responsibility? And if you ask me, the Congress and the left have a problem. They had trashed these schemes as vote for cash. So today, if they stand up and defend it, they will be seen as jumping on board the vote for cash bandwagon. This is absolutely cynical politics. Because that 3,000 rupees, 500 rupees, 1,500 rupees, whatever it was, it gave the women dignity. Beyond everything and anything else, it gave them respect, it gave them dignity.
Like what you said, that this is a clear betrayal, that first BJP promises, then they strip off the people of all the promises they've made, they don't deliver. Do you think that there could be a social unrest because of this?
Well, I don't see signs of it as yet, and I'll tell you why. Because from my discussions with people, especially women, it is that this government is something we don't understand, we don't know, unfamiliar. And they knew how governments in the past, be it the Trinamool, be it the left, how they would react if women took to the streets and started protesting. The police would be very, very careful about how they handle the situation. They're scared now. Therefore, it is for the political people. It is for Trinamool Congress, which steered these projects, these schemes. They initiated it. Now they have to work to defend it. This is ridiculous. And can you imagine all these BLOs are going around distributing citizenship amendment forms, citizenship application forms, and then issuing domicile certificates because that is what is needed for eligibility as a beneficiary under these schemes. So the government already knew before it announced for public consumption for you and me. It already knew what it was going to do.
Since you are saying that this has been happening for over a week, the SIR judgment came in just yesterday,
yes.
Which means that everything looks very planned as a premeditated sort of an exercise.
Yes. I've just seen that domicile certificate today. And that's alarming. I mean, the SIR is today, the court is saying the SIR is a legal process, it's constitutionally correct. The EC is constitutionally within its rights to do what it has done, which is disenfranchise people. But it also, hang on, and then it turns around and says that no, the EC is actually not the final authority on citizenship.
No, but my question was, like you explained, that why should, okay, fine, it's well within the rights of EC to assess the citizenship. But who has given the right to EC to issue domicile certificate? I mean,
they're not issuing the domicile certificate. Shubhendu Adhikari's government is issuing that. But the BLO...
No, but the BLO is going, no, BLO is the person who's attached to the election commission.
Yeah, but she's also a government employee or something, so she's being used. Okay. But it is the BLO. It is a person who the non-eligible voter is familiar with. The BLO. I asked these women, I said, who came to you?
No, but isn't this so confusing that this issue of the domicile certificate, if the BLOs are doing it, is it Shubhendu Adhikari or is it Gyanesh Kumar who has taken over the mantles and he's dominating on what Shubhendu should be doing?
I don't think it is the election commission directly, but the chief secretary is Mr. Manoj Agarwal.
Yeah.
Let's face it. So if there is a network that needs to make sure that women who were declared ineligible by the Election Commission are in some ways restored their benefits, then the checklist is with Mr. Manoj Agarwal, who was the chief election officer of West Bengal. So therefore the BLO. Is it so difficult to understand?
Is it not striking you like it's striking
Yes, it is.
All this was planned much before the election results must have come. They would have known all this, it seems. They would have planned it that way.
It seems that they already knew how they were going to hit the ground running. Let me just put it like that. Because here you have, within a day, the chief election officer of West Bengal becomes the chief secretary of West Bengal, right? The observer who was sent by the election commission, this super special observer who was sent by the election commission, becomes the advisor to the West Bengal government. So the election commission has transferred itself into the West Bengal government, along with all the data and all the networks that the election commission established, which is the BLOs. This is how I would look at it.
No, but I'm just wondering that if this entire thing is going to be replicated in other states, what does it indicate about the entire social setting of the country? It's going to turn chaotic.
No, the administration today, the election commission and the administration are synonymous. The election commission, therefore, its officers are part of a state that the BJP is intent on winning. So the whole thing has turned into a kind of apparatus of the state. Everything is to do with, it's an apparatus, the apparatus of government. Regardless of whether it is the election commission or it is a state government, so long as the BJP so long as there is a double engine sarkar, this is how the apparatus of government is going to function.
Is this like this bizarre Bengal betrayal? Is it going to have a trickle effect? And this is my final question to you. That it could end up having a trickle effect in other states where the SIR will now take place. And it's going to be a similar pattern which we'll see everywhere.
It all depends on how much people want to know. My worry is that people don't probably want to know. It is for political parties to spread this message, not in a trickle, but in a flood. Something that hits other states and other people's consciousness like a tsunami. It is not doing that.
Absolutely.
After Bihar, there should have been a huge awareness of the impact of SIR. I mean, look at the fact that in Gujarat, some 12-13%.
The opposition didn't do it enough. After the Bihar elections were there, opposition completely went silent.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they should have been out here on the ground talking about it. Mamata Banerjee should have made an effort. The left should have made an effort. But what happened? It's almost as though the opposition is in their little regional silos and they don't want to have anything to do with other regional silos which are fighting their own battles. Now, that's if that is the pattern of opposition unity in India, then this is what we are going to see.
Absolutely. But very unfortunate.
As bleak as it is, that is exactly what it is.
Absolutely. It's frightening. Actually, it's frightening. It's intimidating. At the same time,
yes.
It's laughable. It's bizarre in a way, the way it's unfolding. And I hope this trickle effect is not seen in other states. You have elections coming up next year in Uttar Pradesh, Manipur. You have elections in Uttarakhand, Gujarat as well. So are they going to replicate the whole thing, the entire Bengal model like this, which is going to be SIR related to all the welfare schemes? God forbid. And I don't know how things are going to be in control. Really bizarre. But I'll have to end it here. Thank you so much, Shikha, for joining on HW.
Thank you. Thank you.